there everyone, and yes, thank you so much for clicking again this video. And yes, before we continue with our lesson for today, again, my name is CJ. You can call me Ma'am CJ or CJ-Ssaem. And for today's topic, we are going to discuss Module 2, Lesson 1 in Music, Music of Lowlands of Luzon, Folk Songs, and the Rondalla. But first, let us have the content standard. The learner demonstrates understanding of the musical characteristics of representative music from the lowlands of Luzon. Performance standard. The learner performs music of the lowlands with appropriate pitch, rhythm, expression, and style. And for the learning competencies, we have number 1, the learner explores ways of producing sounds on a variety of sources that is similar to the instruments being studied, MU7 LUIDF4. Number 2, analyzes the musical elements of some lowland instrumental musical selections, MU7 LUIA2. And number 3, performs instruments from Luzon lowlands, MU7 LUIGH6. And for the learning objectives, the learner, letter A, identifies the different characteristics of Luzon folk songs in relation to its place of origin. Letter B, classifies different Rondalla instruments according to their sound quality. Letter C, appreciates Rondalla music by listening to song samples. And letter D, performs a Luzon folk song with a live accompaniment. Are you ready to study now? Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first let us talk about Rondalla. What is Rondalla? Do you have any idea? Okay, let's see if your answer is correct. The Rondalla is an instrumental group that is made up of stringed instruments and is sometimes called the string or Filipino stringed band. So when we say stringed instruments, those are the instruments that produce sounds through the vibration of strings, like guitar, bandurria. Okay, we are going to learn more about them later. But first, I will let you listen to these two types of bands. Okay, so we have band A and band B. So you are going to tell which of these two bands is the Rondalla band or the Filipino string band. So let's listen. Let's have band A first. Okay, so that is band A. Now let's move on to band B. Okay, now which of these two bands is considered as the Filipino string band or is the what we call Rondalla, band A or band B? Now let us see. Okay, so we have here these two pictures. So this one, band A and band B. So again, which of these two is considered as the Rondalla? Very good if your answer is letter A. So as you can see in this picture, these grandfathers, these men are all holding instruments that produce sound through the vibration of strings. So they are holding guitar, bandurria, okay, loud. So we are going to talk about them more later. But here, we call this one the Pangkat Kawayan Band or Pangkat Kawayan. Okay, they are all using instruments made of course, bamboo or kawayan. Now, let us move on to the next one. Okay, so again, what is Rondalla? The Rondalla is the instrumental group that is made of stringed instruments and is sometimes called the Filipino string band. So let's talk about the history of Rondalla first. Do you have any idea why Rondalla is called Rondalla? Okay, let us look at the history first. Okay, according to Dr. Antonio Molina, a national artist for music, the Rondalla started as a very informal group of music-loving Filipinos. During the Spanish occupation here in the Philippines, the governors asked civilians, when we say civilians, non-uniformed personnels, okay, to guard their mansions at night. Their job is to go around the governor's mansion all night, and this is called ronda, okay, or to make rounds. The civilians became bored with this daily routine and decided to make music using guitars and bandurias while making rounds. So this music that they produce, they called it rondalla. Okay? And yes, let's have the rondalla instrument. Anyway, another term for ronda or ronda actually means serenade. Okay, in English it means serenade, in Spanish it means ronda. So when we say serenade, it means harana, right? In Filipino or in Tagalog. Now let's move on to the different rondalla instruments. So let's start with the first one. So we have here banduria. Okay, banduria is an instrument with the highest pitch range. The Spanish banduria has 12 strings while the Filipino banduria has 14 strings. Now I will let you listen to banduria. Okay, wait for a moment. Okay, can you recognize the music? It is an example of a folk music or a folk song. Okay, so if your answer is Paro-Parong Bukid, yes, that's correct. Okay, so here, Paro-Parong Bukid is played using the banduria instrument. Okay, so that's the sound of banduria instrument. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next one we have here the loud and octavina. Okay, loud and octavina, these instruments play the contrapuntal or counter. Their strings are tuned like the banduria strings but are lower. They also have 14 strings. So again, when we say banduria, banduria is the highest or an instrument with the highest pitch range. But loud and octavina, they are instruments like banduria, however, they are lower. Okay, so this is the loud and this is octavina. So as you can see, loud looks like banduria but a little longer. And then octavina is like a guitar. Okay, they also have 14 strings. Now I will let you listen to them as well. Okay, so let's start first with octavina. Okay, So as you can notice there, Octavina sounds like a little lower than Banduria. Okay, now let us move on to the next one. Okay, so again, that is Octavina. Now let us have Laod. Okay. Okay, so that is actually a Spanish loud, right? Or that is the sound, or that is how the loud sound. So again, laud and octavina, these instruments play the contrapuntal or counter, and their strings are tuned like the banduria, but a little lower. And they are, or they have 14 strings as well. Okay, now let's move on to the next one. And of course, you already know this. Okay, this is very popular, especially for teenagers like you, guitar. Okay, so the guitar is a popular instrument with usually 6 strings. It is typically played by strumming or plucking the strings. It plays the rhythm or beat of the musical piece. So you already know how a guitar sounds. Now, let us move on to the last one. We have here Bajo de Unas. Bajo de Unas actually is the largest instrument in these type of band or in this rondalla. Okay, so it is the largest instrument of the rondalla. This stringed instrument has only 6 strings, but there are rare bass instruments that have 6 strings. It plays the bass part of the musical piece. So when we say the bass part, lower, the thicker part, okay, it has a thick and low sound. Okay, so let's see how it sounds. I will let you listen to this. Okay, how do you describe the sound? Thicker, right? And lower than those we listened to earlier. Okay, now let us continue. Let us move on. So those are the 4 types of rondalla instruments. What are those again? Actually, we have 5. What are those again? We have, yes, we have, of course, bajo de unas. It plays the bass part of the musical piece. And then we also have octavina. We also have laud. We have guitar. And we have banduria. So we have 5 instruments that are used in rondalla. Okay, now let us move on to this. Aside from the brass band, do you know what brass band is? We are going to study that in the next video lesson or next time. But aside from the brass band, the rondalla became popular in fiestas and different celebrations or Filipino celebrations, and it is a fast growing instrumental group in schools, churches, and communities participated in by the young and the old ones. Okay, like the instruments of rondalla, Luzon folk songs also have diverse, it means different, various characteristics in relation to the place where they originated. Most of these songs have Latin influences, mostly Spanish. But although these songs share the same influence, they still have their differences. Okay, now we are going to have this activity. Okay, using the description box below, I am going to paste there, I am going to put there the links of these folk songs or these different folk songs. Okay, do you know these folk songs? We already studied this, okay, in the past lessons. So we have sit, ali bang bang, right? Salaginto, salagubang, right? Okay, and then we also have atin ko pong sing-sing, metong yang timpukan. Okay, and then we have magtanim ay di biro, maghapong nakayuko. Okay, and then we have pamulena when, right? And we also have sarong banggi. So these are the 5 examples for this activity. And I am going again to put the link, the YouTube link, in the description box below. And all you have to do is to listen. Okay, listen to these songs, listen to these folk songs, and describe, analyze their tempo, melody, meter, timbre, texture, dynamics, and mood. What are these words? Do you know? Can you still remember what these words are? Very good. These are the different musical elements or musical characteristics. So how are you going to describe them? You can use these words. So for describing tempo, you can use slow, moderate, fast. In melody, you can use higher register or lower register. For meter, you can use double, triple, quadruple. Can you still remember this? We use clapping here, right? 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. Timbre. What kind of sound was produced? Is it dark or was it dark? Light, brilliant, tremolo or legato? And then we have texture, homophonic, polyphonic, monophonic. Dynamics, we have soft, moderate, loud. For mood, we have happy, sad, or lazy. So you can use these words to describe the different musical elements of those folk songs or different Luzon folk songs. Understood? Okay, do you have questions? Alright, so if you don't have questions, then let us answer this. Okay, so let's see if you learned something from today's video lesson. So let's have number 1. What do you call an instrumental group that is made up of string instruments and is sometimes called the Filipino string band? Okay, let's see if your answer is correct. Yes, very good. It is called Rondalla or the Rondalla. Okay, number 2. Which of the following musical elements can be described as slow, moderate, or fast? If your answer is mood, letter A, then you're correct. Okay, and the last one, number 3. This instrument plays the bass part of the musical piece. What is this? If your answer is bajo de unas, then again, you are correct. Wow, congratulations if you got 3/3. Okay, so that is all for today. Thank you so much again for watching this video, for clicking this video. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to comment down below or to message me, send me a message on my page, CJ-Ssaem. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, then click like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so that you'll get updated every time I upload videos like this. Thank you so much, and again, this is CJ-Ssaem, and don't forget to learn while having fun. Goodbye!